Hey everyone, in this GFMS 3 tutorial, I'll show you how to create a detailed profile for any asset in your SAM. After a SAM has been added to a system, you can customize the details for each position in GFMS. You don't need to have a detailed profile for each asset, but it might come in handy in terms of organization and tracking in the future. After you log in, click SAMs in the main navigational bar. Find the SAM in the list of panels and click Assets to open the Assets window. This page provides a quick view of the current asset status. You can check out tutorial 3.5b to get the details on the meaning of each icon and color. To get started, click the Edit button for whichever position you'd like to create a custom profile for. The only piece of information you need is the asset name. Everything else is optional, but you can decide which fields you need. The name is self-explanatory and helps you identify what the asset is. I'll be changing position 1 to Master Key. The serial number is the number etched onto each tamper-proof keyring. The cut code may be useful for a locksmith if you ever require a new key to be cut. In mode, you can choose normal or isolate. Isolate just means that an asset can be deactivated if there is a problem. This change is made manually by an admin or a subadmin if they have the access to edit assets in GFMS. If an asset is broken or damaged, you can mark it as such here. Note that the icon will only change for a key and may not be obvious at first glance for different assets. Let's change this to on and I'll show you what it looks like in a sec. Type is the type of asset. This will auto-populate for each position when a SAM is added, but can be changed if needed, perhaps if you have a custom setup. Key Systems offers a variety of assets, as you see in the drop-down menu. Let's say I have a card instead of a key. I can change that and the icon will change accordingly once I click Submit. Next, a timer can be set for the allowed time in minutes that an asset can be out before triggering an alarm. Lastly, service and expiry date are input here. You would use this for something like a smart button or an OC spray canister. Click Submit to save and note the green status bar that changes were successful. See, my icon has now changed to a card that we set to broken. Remember, I said I wouldn't be able to see it at first glance unless I mouse over it. However, this is what a broken key looks like. Let's go back to Edit and I'll touch on some of the other tabs. Description is intended for any other notes about the asset, and you can write anything you wish in this section. Asset status shows the current status and last transaction. Time zone is used to specify when and for how long an asset can be out for from day to day. To do this, uncheck Time Zone Override and fill in the fields as required. Reservations are a new feature of GFMS 3. Admins can reserve a specific asset for a specific user for a set period of time. Once reserved, the asset will be held for that period regardless of previously programmed parameters. For example, if an asset needs to be serviced, you don't want anyone but the tech to have access to it for a certain time. You can do that. Any current reservations will show up here. Facility Keys gives you the option to have more than one asset attached to a single tamper-proof keyring. This page allows you to list and track the keys by filling in the fields in this area and clicking Save. Checkpoints allows automated emails to be sent for each position at specific times each week. Lastly, Remote Release allows an admin to release an asset to an individual standing at the physical SAM. This individual does not have to be a user in GFMS. Just input his or her name into the field and click Release Asset. The name of the individual taking the asset and the admin releasing the asset will be recorded in the software log for future reference. That's all for this overview on asset profiles. Thanks for watching and feel free to check out the other tutorials for more details.